Hi, Graham Hawkins from Sales Tribe. I'm in Sydney today with my good friend Mark McGuinness from Sales ITV. We want to talk to you very briefly about our connection philosophy and the personalisation of outreach, in particular using platforms like LinkedIn. Mark does it extremely well, has done for a long time. I'm learning from the master, I think, in terms of building that network. I take the philosophy that I try to, wherever possible, write a personalised invitation to connect. Every time, and then I also follow up with a personalised thank you, and I find that my conversion rate is extremely high when I do that. Now it takes a bit of time and a bit of effort and energy to do that, but it works so much better than just perhaps what you and I are seeing in terms of people that have automated bots running these things, or they have someone outsourced running their LinkedIn account and they're just blasting out to everybody. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, look, I think personalisation is absolutely key, and to take a leaf out of your book, what I do is basically send a personalised thank you, personalised connection request, and I nearly always send an attachment or something of what I would consider to be value with that brand new connection to say thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think the automation tools that are available that are basically sending out thousands of connection requests with some very generic, hey Mark, I love what you're doing, let's connect. Yep. And I'm sure we all get them.
Yep.
You know, are not very authentic at all.
No.
But I do think that there's a play for automation.
Yep, I do too. There is a balance there. I think we talked about this before, where everybody in business now is blocking all of the noise that's out there, all of the messaging that they get hit with. I said yesterday at a kickoff conference that you know, big banks, for instance, have in some cases thousands of suppliers, therefore thousands of salespeople hitting them all the time, thousands of different messages being bombarded. So we've all become adept at blocking messages. If anything smells like or looks like spam, we block it, don't we?
Yep, that's right. And I think that hurdle for the bad smell is very low. So you know, if it even comes across a little bit as templated, you're going to get slammed. And I tried some of these plugins, there's LinkedIn automation, and then sending just 30 and 40 emails, very targeted, and the feedback that I got was not great, I've got to say.
Yep.
So you know, I'm all for personalisation. I have been able to use some automation tools successfully to go and view profiles, for example. So if you've got a large organisation where you're perhaps taking on some sales training or some sales enablement, and you want to get some visibility into those sales organisations, you know, then use some automation to go and look at those, you know, 50 or 60 people that are in sales, rather than going to do that individually. So I'm putting my hand up and saying there's a space for automation, but it still has to be personalised.
There's a time and a place. You're right.
I think so.
I've had a few people come back to me and say, because I've done a connection request fairly quickly, like they've looked at my profile and I've cut and pasted and gone, yep, bang, put the name in, and wherever possible, something that's personal. And I've had a couple of people come back and say, oh, are you using a bot or something? I say, no, I'm not. It's all personal, but there's a template for everything. Yeah.
So I think people are really looking for opportunities to find inauthentic reach outs. Yes. You know, so you have to be really careful now. And I know you and I both spend a fair bit of time on the platform, but you know, it definitely pays off.
It pays off in the end, and I think the authenticity comes through when you do it properly, and that's the important thing.
Yeah, but you know, we're not. I'm saying don't use a template that can be customised or can be personalised. I think there's some good value there because 22,000 connections, 5,500. That's a lot of reach out.
And I know you've always said, let's have a really engaged audience as opposed to just a massive audience that doesn't look at anything you publish or you push out. So there's a balance, right? Yeah. As there is with everything.
Yeah, absolutely. But just my message to our friends would be, don't get caught in over automation, because what I know for a fact, what my customers are telling me is that they're just disconnecting straight away, and you don't get notified when someone disconnects. So how many of those perfect customers are you losing?
How much are you damaging your brand if you do that? Exactly.
Yeah. So don't spend 300 bad messages. Just send 30 good ones, and you might get 20 responses.
Totally. Nice to see we're on the same page as usual. Good on you, mate. Talk soon.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Ciao.